and welcome to the show. We are here today on GTA 5 for some more racing. Yes, we have got a city circuit. We are going to... well, we're driving the Cheetos first, and we're going to try and fit far too many cars on the start line here. It's not quite gonna be able to be on the front row. Geez, there is a sharp left-hander. Oh, well, we're off apparently. I don't quite know what Ewan did to deserve the anti-jump start there, but Pegger decided that Ewan was going to receive that. And oh god, there's a sticky up in a wall there, and that was that. Okay, well that's an interesting first section to be navigating. That's a quick first section where there is not a lot of room for overtaking and not a lot of room for error, really. We are way up on the curb through there. Uh-oh. We've got tagged by Brazen. We almost sent Liam into a tree. Thankfully, we did not. Okay, it's not been a great start for us. This track already feels like... Oh, that's a jump and a half. Aerial overtake! Orange car incoming! Perfect. That went better than I expected. Was not expecting a random big kicker jump on the track, but there you go. Oh, Liam with a little bit of jitter, little bit of the jitters going on there. That is us around for the first lap. Christ, and this is actually going to be one of the more difficult tracks to, I think, overtake on in some ways. You've got no long straights for catch-up and slipstream to really be super powerful. You're going to be stuck side by side through a lot of sections like this, and the track's going to sort of ebb and flow one way and the other. Impega is going to hold on to that position. I've got no slipstream. Now it might finally kick in. Almost. Not well enough. Gliska's the only one that really got any amount of slipstream. Stinty found a tree, and that's caused a lot of chaos. We turned into that corner expecting the road to be clear, and it was not. It was absolutely not. Stinty, yeah, found that tree, spun, blocked the track, and yeah, the rest of us were kind of screwed. But oh well, Blakey's going to get landed on. We slightly launched Ewan into Brazen. That jump is very dangerous. Well, the jump is dangerous, but honestly, I think the tree was more dangerous. Oh, let's not do a will it roll. Let's try and avoid that one, if at all possible. Okay. I mean, we've lost a little bit of time. I think we could have been quicker through there. Well, we will probably catch the leaders. They're all going to bunch up and be a smidge slow through here. We can be a bit aggressive on the curbs there, make sure we don't miss a checkpoint, but you will get away with it. We're bringing Crane with us. This section is about to get very busy. We've got so much momentum here, but I don't know whether I really want to go to the inside. Those trees are very dangerous on a wider line. You've actually got to take a tighter line through that corner than you think you do. Those trees will get the better of you. We cannot really do anything down there. Liam and Stinty are busy having a fight. Gliska's carrying momentum towards that battle. Will we get slipstream a little bit in the air that will kind of propel us? Well, it propelled us almost to the lead. However, Ninetales jumped everyone. Ninetales overtook about 4 or 5 cars there with that jump. Chino massively slowed down by the catch-up there. Not a big run to the line here in terms of a slipstream fest, and Blakey backs out of that. Probably wise, because honestly it was looking sketchy for me already. Oh, we got lag pinged with Gliska. That's fun. It's been a little bit more of the lag jitters in this particular race than we have seen for a little while in GTA. We've come out of this first section and everything is okay. We've got a 5-car breakaway at the front as it sort of settled itself, this race. Yeah, this tight line, you've got to be really careful with understeering wide. Oh, and Liam is over the top. So it's understeering wide. There's also the added danger of hitting that curb, that inside curb, getting up on 2 wheels, and then being fed into those outside trees. Will we get enough slipstream to aerial pass Ninetales? Nope. Perhaps shouldn't have gone for that one if Ninetales was going for a flip, because if we had got enough speed to do an aerial pass on Ninetales, I think we would have just got hit in mid-air, which isn't great. God, there is no... These Chinos are so slow when they're out in front. the catch-up is immensely effective. Even on what would be a track that is probably not the most... probably not the most catch-up, you know, in slipstream affected circuit imaginable. These cars are so slow that it doesn't matter. But there we go. That's fine. We will get hopefully a big run off of here if we stay in the toe of Stinty. As they go, kind of, yeah. Actually, there it goes. We are going to be in an awkward angle through this. Oh, Liam to the inside. I thought, to be fair, I did think we were far enough away from Liam that Liam wasn't going to be there to have a look. Impega's just going to send it down the inside. I was busy trying to set up for a good exit. Impega launched it to that inside line. Oh, Ninetales again does manage to land the flip, although it doesn't have the momentum coming off the corner. We might have the drive coming up the hill into the final turn. I mean, this is... Oh, left it a slight bit too late to go for a slipstream pass on Ewan. Oh, God, big shove from Impega. So these cars can bump draft, or more like shove. I mean, I don't know how effective bump drafting will be, but they're not going to spin wildly from that little bit of contact, which is good. Don't know what lap number we're on. Completely lost track of it. Lap 6. Ewan looking for a bit of curb boosting up the wall. Well, I guess that's something. We will get the slipstream there. Now, can we sweep in? So you see, this is the line you really want to be on because you don't end up understeering into trees. There is an inherent risk as you sweep across, and it's really difficult. You can't really look back very easily there because not only is it a difficult and important corner to get, but the car I think is going to be at such an angle whereby you can't... Oh, wow. That... I mean, we had a load of speed. I was hoping we were going to jump over you, and it did not work how I wanted it to. Damn it, I was going for the spectacular pass. See, that's why I'm actually lifting that corner before the jump, that sort of chicane before the jump. I'm lifting there, not because the car can't go flat through that section, but I'm lifting to try and get just a little further back so I can get the slipstream run to do that aerial overtake. And it almost worked that time. We had more than enough speed. We were just too close to Ewan, essentially. There is a very big gap behind Ewan, which makes me wonder what on earth has gone on here. Nothing good, I'm going to hazard a guess at. Right, we will... I mean, we're, on our own, this is not too bad, this section. You know, it's easy enough to get through there. Oh, I got on the crests over the bumps, and it did not want to steer, funnily enough, that. Right, here we go. This time we're going to have the slipstream. We will be well clear as we jump through the air. But the conundrum for us is if you get past and you lead coming up this hill, can you defend your position to the line? I don't know if you can. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, you can keep a car pinned out there. I mean, could this be useful? Possibly. If it's just me versus Ewan, sure, but I think there's going to be more than... Yep. There is going to be more than a 1v1 battle up at the front. Impega and someone else, possibly Liam, didn't see. And oh, and someone's gone round. Whoever it was has gone round. So it is now Impega, Ewan, potentially Gliska is going to catch before the end of this. Impega going out for the wide arcing line, which is good, but there's two cars on the inside to clash with. Now no one's getting any slipstream. Ewan gets a bump from an Impega there. Oh, Gliska's got a huge amount of slipstream down there. Ewan got fired forward. We got a shove from Impega there. Now, we are a bit far back for this. There's one more car. I'm going to guess a Ninetales. Can we get anywhere close enough to do this out of the final corner? Ewan with an almighty run. We're going to get boxed in, and there's going to be nowhere for us to go. Oh, Impega got a tag and had a big twitch, and I think Gliska took it in the end. I was trying to see if I could do something on the outside. Whether I'd gone to the outside or the inside, I just don't think there was space for us. We looked for an outside line, but it wasn't forthcoming. Gliska takes victory. A dramatic finish around this circuit. Great fun. Oh, bloody hell, who was that trying to ride the wall? Was that Longbow? That's a sneaky line. Yeah, Gliska claims victory, and Pega has to settle for second. A good battle, though, up at the front. I think it was Ewan in third at the end. The race needs to be one lap shorter, and I would have been fine. But there, you know. There you go. It happens. Good fun. Tough circuit. tough circuit indeed. A lot of hazards around the place. For our second race, we have got the Hellion. I mean, relatively big vehicle again. Probably not quite... It's not as long or perhaps as wide as the Chino, but it's still, you know, a pretty large truck. It's a nice vehicle to drive, no doubt about that. But who knows how it's going to be racing around this circuit. Oh, we will bounce a curb. Has kind of lost us some momentum. We got a little bit of oversteer through there. Stinty's going to get past. Longbow is going to the outside line. I kind of want to go this way as well. Can we sweep past Stinty? Not quite. Oh. Longbow had to bail and go around the outside of the trees and has got involved with issues there. See, it was fine if it was Stinty to the inside. I didn't realise that Gliska was there as well, and that was always going to be problematic. Oh crap! It was going okay, and then there was in-air contact between Stinty and Gliska, and I had nowhere I could go to avoid that one. Thank you for the shove. That will get us up into the lead of the race very briefly, but not enough to hold on to it. So if it is like a 1v1, that outside line from the final corner is not bad. You can get a little bit of curb boosting, and yeah, I think you would be able to fend off just a single car potentially on that outside line, unless they had a huge amount of momentum going into that corner, etc. But we will have to wait and see what actually transpires. I didn't know Gliska was going across there until the last second. Sort of slightly alternating lines that you can take down there. You've got to be really aware of what everyone is doing around you at that point. I wasn't 100% sure what this car was going to have in terms of grip there, but no, it will be flat through that chicane. Oh, Team Orange with some teamwork going on there. It's going to get me to the lead of the race. The whole pack has come to rejoin the party. Right, I wonder... So, I mean, we've seen this outside line. The outside line's not too bad, but we need to be... we still get a great run, even though it's not quite going to be enough to beat Gliska. So, yeah, the outside line, I think you've got to be quite... I think what you've got to do is to make the outside line work, you've got to almost pinch the car all the way to the bottom and then make the most of the track on the exit. I think that's the way to do it. Not the kind of really wide line that I was going for there. But that's fine. We're learning. We're learning how all of this works. I'm hoping we will pass Gliska and we will be free to turn in across here. No. Oh, Gliska's absolutely sent it through there. I had to have a big lift. That was full commitment from that vehicle. It's going to be a mugging from Team Orange down there. Is Blakey going to understeer into us? Thankfully not. We are all through the chicane. That was flat out, side by side in the chicane. Oh God, there's so many cars falling from the sky. It was Gliska that came out quite badly, and I'm not sure what the other ones were that came out quite badly in that. Don't squeeze Stinty to the wall too much there. Stinty has survived. Oh, 3 wide into turn 1 is sketchy, for want of a better word. We are going to be wiggling sideways through there. We'll straighten it up and we'll get a good run down here, but this is just not really overtaking spaces down here. You sort of follow the cars ahead and then hope you are close enough for a good slipstream pull down this straight, which we are. We get the lead, but we are going to be vulnerable by the end of this section. I think we should... Well, we'll lead through here. I'll get a bit of oversteer myself. But yeah, there are going to be a lot of cars now vying for position, and sure enough, here they all are. Level 8's going to send it to the inside. Blakey to the outside. We are 3 wide into the chicane. We are going to... Oh, Blakey was all crossed up through there. We are going to jump Stinty on that one. I think Blakey got it crossed up on their own. I used a lot of the road, which probably wasn't the most helpful, but yeah, we are going to get great slipstream pull out of that corner. Not quite enough, but we're going to run Stinty all the way into turn 1 a little bit more aggressively than I intended. We're all out the other side and it's fine. It's just a huge group of cars. A lot of things are going to be able to happen here, and most of them bad. Who is going to follow us? Stevie will follow, and we'll get the slipstream. So I did that to try and split up the draft, like the pack, to try and make it slightly calmer down here, which it worked. Unfortunately, Stevie got a big bit of oversteer. I had to check up and the whole pack is here once again. Here comes Gliska to the inside. I don't want to be in 3 wide again down there. They're going to run in and battle and trade some paint. There's going to be someone with a lot of slipstream behind us. Amy helps us. Stevie jumps and finds a gap to land in. Knew very little about Stevie's momentum there. Oh, Stinty, very brave. I would probably have wanted to have lifted through that section. Stinty's going to get a push from Gliska. Oh, that was... Oh, no, I can't unstick. From... I looked back to see if I had put Gliska in a wall, because I didn't. I forgot the wall comes back out across again. And yeah, that second, we slightly got stuck on Stinty's car and I couldn't push it back around again. Well, actually, Gliska's back here again. Stevie can't escape because, again, the slipstream would catch up. Way more powerful here than I would have expected on such a small track. But it has been, oh, Ewan with a big send. I've had to check up massively in all of that. We're going to get big slipstream down to here, although most of it goes into pushing Ewan. Brazen's in trouble in the middle of the chicane, and we've all had to have a big lift through there. I'm not going to really have any big momentum here. Liam, oh, sorry, it's Longbow that's behind us. Couldn't really carry the momentum and jump over. This is just getting crowded now. Where on earth are you going to want to go? Brazen tangles with Ewan. How many laps we got to go? Impegger over the back of Stevie gets dumped into turn 1. Ewan gives us a little bit of a help. You see, yeah, I'm taking that corner slightly differently in that I go slower mid-corner because I'm trying to straighten the exit up. But the only like, lap time-wise, it's fine. But the downside is you get run over from cars behind wanting to chuck the car in with a load of speed. Top 3 are all side by side, heading down here. That's good. Liam doesn't really want to go for that manoeuvre. We're going to get huge speed down this section, I would imagine, because those lot were fighting and not going to make that one work. I mean, we could have maybe gone for it. If it was the final corner on the final lap of the race, you'd do it. However, at this point, I think you run the risk. If it was the final lap on the final, level 8 would have made it 4 wide into that chicane, and that's asking for massive trouble. Gliska gets up onto 2 wheels. We are out of the final corner. Actually, we're out of the final corner quite nicely. It's the penultimate lap of the race. You can't win it here, but you sure as hell can lose it at this stage. We just try to stay in the pack as much as possible. This is absolute madness around here. And I'm going to presume, looking at the mini-map, it is just a snake of Hellions around. Liam leads the way. We have got probably the best slipstream of the top bunch, but we're on a really tight line down here. We are going to really struggle to make that turn. We do. Brazen found out the difficulty of being on the far outside there. That's unlucky for Brazen. There was space, as much space as could be left. Brazen would have had to have gone through the tunnel of trees. I think tried. It didn't quite work in the end. We've got big slipstream here. It's going to be enough to land on Gliska. Gliska! Put me down! Put me down, thank you! That was so well balanced. I tried to aim for the gap between Gliska and Chris, and it didn't quite work, and we were perfectly balanced on Gliska's roof. Well, it is the final lap of the race. Will that be costly? Mew, a little bit crossed up at the first corner. We will make the most of that. Oh, level 8 hit the concrete. I wondered if that was going to catch somebody out, and it did. Unfortunately for level 8. Unfortunately for level 8 for me and for someone else, I'm not sure who it was, we were stuck and there was nowhere to go in that. Nothing we could do. We were committed to that line, and sadly that will put pay to any chance I have of a high finishing position here. Unlucky that it's on the final lap of the race, really. But there we go. That is how it happens sometimes. I wondered whether that would catch anybody out, and I hadn't seen it up until now. But there we go. Is there going to be any shenanigans at the death here? That is the really big question. I mean, there might be some shenanigans into the final corner. We've seen how busy this race has been. We can launch our vehicle to the inside of Shadow. There has been some shenanigans. It's Ewan and level 8 on the outside. Level 8's had a bad final lap right there. I did end up blocking Shadow a little bit unintentionally because I was frantically trying to get away from crashing into Ewan. So Shadow's a little bit unlucky that they couldn't really fight back on the run to the line while we were dodging the Ewan and level 8 accident, but that's the more important bit, to not hit the stationary cars. That one fell apart. Stinty got the victory in the end. It was an absolutely manic race. Holy crap, that was crazy. But all we could manage was 14th at the end. Good fun. Exciting. But yeah, unlucky for me right at the death. But there we go. That is going to be it for this video. A big thank you to Longbow for building this mad little circuit. And of course, thank you all very much for watching. That, though, shall be it from me. Until next time, goodbye.